So here we're to make the ship grow based on its density value. And to get that to happen, the first thing that you need to do is affect the ship's rect, right? Because the rect has a width and a height value associated with it. So what we can do is right here in the update method, right? Our density value is going up as we touch pills, right? We can add this line of code here, right? So what are we doing? We're saying that the rect's width and height is equal to the square root of its changing density value, right? It's changing score. And we'll go ahead and run that and see what happens here. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting pills. And maybe we can't see what's happening here. So instead of the pills running on a varying x position, right, I will set the x position to 200. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's not how it goes. I would set the x position here to 200, so we just get one stream of pills, and see if it affects the size of the ship. So the ship is eating the pills. It's dead. It is eating the pills. Its density value is growing up, as has been proven in past videos, but it's not growing. All right. And so what's the reason for that? Well, the reason for that is because the rect has nothing to do with what's displayed on the screen, meaning it has nothing to do with the dimensions of the ship's surface, right? So now that we have the rect increasing, we need to make that reflect that to the surface, right? And so what we can do is we can transform the surface based on the rect's height and width. Okay. So we're going to say the image is now equal to a new image, right? Because that's what scale does. It takes this image, which was the ship's previous image or surface, and it scales it to this new height and width. And this height and width is new because the density value is increasing. So since the density value is increasing, then the width and height are also increasing, right? And so we are scaling it, or transforming this image to its new, bigger dimensions, and scale returns the surface with those changes made, right? So since scale does not affect the original image and it returns a modified image, we need to say image is equal to the return value of transform.scale. Okay. So now this should get our pill growing. So let's come over here. Is that working? Oh, it's not working. Okay. So what's the reason now it's not working? Well, the reason is that the density value is going up so slowly, right? Because if you remember, the pill density value is from 1 to 4, right? So so that's a very small amount that the ship's density value is increasing by, which means its height and width is not increasing very much. So let me go ahead and prove this to you. We can maybe print out the ship's width. So we can say self.width, right? And we'll see that it is increasing down here. Ooh. Oh, okay. I said self.rect.width. And I will run that here. Okay, let me scoot this guy over. So alright, so it's starting at 13, right? And then I put them in here, and it slowly goes up. You see that? It went up to 14, and then it went up to 15, right? So it's going up by like 1 pixel every, I don't know how many pills I'm eating, like 20 of them, right? So that's like a very like small amount. And why? It's because of the pill's original density value. And I chose 1 to 4 just to keep it nice and simple, right? But I do want the ship's density value to increase by more than just 1. So let me go ahead and just like multiply it by a multiplier by 50. So the yellow pills are going to be worth 50 because yellow is a density value of 1, right? So we have 1 times 50, right? The reds are going to be worth 100, the blues are going to be 150, and the blacks are going to be worth 200. All right, so now we should see a drastic increase as the ship is eating the pills. You see that? Right. So now he's growing, bigger and bigger and bigger. All right, so yeah, that's about it. So I guess now that we proved that our our ship is increasing in height and width, I can go back up to my pill class and I could replace this 200 with XPOS, save that, and now run it like we're playing a real game. And as I eat, I am growing, right? So there we go.